Jai Hind, my dear children. Welcome to first section of our chemistry online class. In class 10, you have to study 5 chapters in chemistry. In your science textbook, the first 5 chapters are included in chemistry. First chapter is chemical reactions and equations. In this chapter, you will study to write equation and different types of reaction. Second chapter is acid, bases and salt. Third chapter is metals and non-metals. Fourth chapter is carbon and its compound. It's a fundamental chapter from organic chemistry. Fifth chapter is periodic classification of elements. These are the main topics which you are going to study in class 10. Today we are going to begin with first chapter, chemical reactions and equation. Let's go to the class. Now let's study about the difference between physical and chemical change. I will give you some examples of situations where you have to find out which is undergoing physical change and which is undergoing chemical change. Paper is torn, paper is burnt, water is converted to ice, and we respire. You have to find which is undergoing physical change and which is undergoing chemical change. Let us know the difference between physical change and chemical change. In a physical change, no new substance is formed. Only the physical properties are changing, that is, shape, size, or appearance of state. Whereas in a chemical change, a new substance is formed. That is, change in chemical properties occurs. An entirely new substance is formed after the change. This is the basic difference between physical and chemical change. Now let's go back to our examples. Paper is torn. Here there is no change in its chemical composition. Here only the shape and size are changing. The chemical properties are not changing. Therefore, this can be categorized under physical change. So, paper is torn. That is a physical change. Second example is burning of paper. When paper is burned, ash and smoke are produced. That is, new substances are produced. Therefore, it is chemical change. Water is converted to ice. Here there is change in state. Water can be converted to ice and ice can again be converted to water. Only the physical states are changing. So, this is also an example for physical change. Respiration. It's an interesting phenomena. We inhale oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. A new product is formed after respiration. So, respiration is a chemical change. Next, our topic is writing chemical equations. To represent a chemical equation, we have to write the symbols and formula of the reactants towards the left hand side. So generally here we consider an equation A plus B gives C plus D. That means A react with B to form C and D. So the symbols or formulas we are writing on the left hand side are called as reactants. And the symbols and formulas we write on the right hand side are called products. So in this reaction, A and B are the reactants, C and D are the product. So A react with B to form C and D. Reactants has to be written on the left hand side and product on the right hand side. It has to be separated by an arrow. Arrow shows the direction of reaction, the direction of the reaction. We can also represent the physical states of the reactants and product, whether it is solid, liquid, gaseous or aqueous solution. If the physical state of the reactant or product is solid, we represent it using small letter s. If it is liquid, we represent using small l. If it is a gas, we represent using G. And if it is aqueous, aqueous means solution. Solution, we represent it using AQ. So the physical state of the reactants and products can also be represented in a chemical equation. Similarly, reaction conditions can also be written. Reaction condition means under what condition this reaction is taking place. Some reactions take place when it is heated, so that the reaction condition is heat. Some reactions take place in the presence of light. Some reaction take place when current is passed through them, and some reaction take place under certain condition of pressure. So any reaction condition can also be represented. The reaction condition has to be written above this arrow. When we write a chemical equation, above this arrow. First example is the reaction of hydrogen with oxygen to form water. Hydrogen reacts with oxygen to form water. So here what are the reactants? In the question it is given as hydrogen react with oxygen. So hydrogen and oxygen are the reactants. Hydrogen and oxygen are the reactant to form water. That means water is the product. So two reactants and one product. So when we get a reaction, the first thing is we need to write the word equation. Word equation, that is hydrogen plus, what is the other reactant? Oxygen. Hydrogen plus oxygen gives, we have to put the arrow to show the direction of reaction, to form which product? Water. So water is the product formed here. So this is the word equation of this reaction. Writing in this form is called a word equation. So whenever a reaction we need to represent, we can first represent using the word equation. Hydrogen plus oxygen gives water. This is the word equation corresponding to this reaction. Now we have to represent the chemical equation using formula. When we write the formula, in the case of elements like hydrogen and oxygen, we have to write according to its atomicity. You know that hydrogen, the symbol of hydrogen is H. But hydrogen exists as a molecule. Its atomicity is 2. Therefore, we represent hydrogen as H2. You have studied in 9th standard about atomicity. Hydrogen, the molecular form of hydrogen is H2. The atomicity is 2. Hydrogen is a diatomic molecule. It always exists as H2. Oxygen, another element. Here also the atomicity is 2. Oxygen also exists as diatomic. Therefore, O2. So when we write the formulas of elements, we have to write according to its atomicity. That is the molecular form we need to write. Now this will give the product water. Formula of water H2O. Formula of water is H2O. Okay. As we followed atomicity in the case of elements, when writing the formula of a compound, we are following valency. How are we writing the formula? Hydrogen, oxygen. Valency of hydrogen is 1. Valency of oxygen is 2. So when we write the formula, we will cross like this. So the formula becomes H2O. This equation is called the skeletal equation. So this is the word equation and this is the skeletal equation corresponding to this reaction. Now according to law of conservation of mass, we say that mass can neither be created nor be destroyed, isn't it? So the same law has to be followed here also. In the reactant side there are 2 hydrogen atoms. Product side also 2 hydrogen atoms. Here in the reactant side there are 2 oxygen atoms. But in the product side there is only 1 oxygen atom. So this skeletal equation is an unbalanced equation. We have to balance the equation. How will we balance the equation? If we need to balance a chemical equation, we have to make the number of atoms on the left hand side and number of atoms on the right hand side equal. The number of atoms on the left hand side and number of atoms on the right hand side should be equal in the case of a balanced equation. For balancing a chemical equation, we can follow trial and error method. Here we can see 2 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen. Therefore, this is balanced now. Oxygen, here 2 oxygen atoms are here. Here only 1 oxygen atom is here. So we can multiply H2O by 2. We put 2. This is a trial and error method. 2. So what will happen here? Now 2 oxygen atom and 2 into 2, 4 hydrogen atoms are here. 2 into 2, 4 hydrogen. The number of hydrogen atoms on the product side become 4 because this 2 is applicable not only for oxygen but also for hydrogen. So this become 2 into 2, that is 4 hydrogen. But on the reactant side there is only 2 hydrogen. How can we make this 4? We can't change the numbers here. These are the atomicity numbers. We can't change the numbers written down. We can only change here. So 2 into 2, 4. Here only 2. So we can put a 2 here. Now you can check. Here 4 hydrogen. Here also 4 hydrogen. Here 2 oxygen. Here also 2 oxygen. So this equation become a balanced equation. So this type of an equation is called balanced chemical equation. So this is called a balanced equation. So a chemical reaction can be represented using word equation, skeletal equation and balanced equation. Second example is magnesium react with oxygen to form magnesium oxide. So magnesium react with oxygen. So magnesium and oxygen are the reactants. So first we have to write the word equation. Reactants here are magnesium plus oxygen. Gives, we have to put the arrow, gives product is magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide. So this is the word equation corresponding to this reaction. Now we have to write the simples or chemical equation. Magnesium simple is Mg. Capital M. Whenever we write the simple, start with capital letter magnesium Mg and small g. Plus oxygen. Oxygen, as in the previous example I told you, oxygen always exists as diatomic. Therefore we represent as O2. Gives. Product formed is magnesium oxide. How will we get this formula of magnesium oxide? Magnesium simple is Mg, oxygen simple O. The valency of magnesium is 2, valency of oxygen is 2. So this will get cancelled, 1, 1. Now by crossing we get MgO. So the formula of magnesium oxide is MgO. Now we can see that this is the skeletal equation. So this is the word equation, this is the skeletal equation. Now we can see that on the side of reactants there is one magnesium, here also one magnesium. Here there are 2 oxygen atoms, here there is only 1 oxygen atom. So by trial and error method we can make it 2 by multiplying by 2. So this become 2 MgO. This 2 is applicable both for magnesium and for oxygen. So magnesium also become 2, oxygen also become 2. Here on the reactant side there is only 1 magnesium, on the product side there are 2 magnesium. So we put a 2 here. Now this become balanced. 2 magnesium on reactant and 2 magnesium on product side. 2 oxygen atoms on reactant and 2 oxygen atoms on product side. So this equation become a balanced chemical equation. In both these equations we have to write the physical state also. Magnesium, as you know, is a metal. It exists in solid state, therefore we represent using small letter S. Oxygen is in gas form, so G. Magnesium oxide is in solid form, so we represent as S. Now the equation become complete after representing the physical state also. Hydrogen exists as gas, oxygen also exists as gas, water is a liquid. So we can represent the physical states like this. Zinc react with dilute sulfuric acid to form zinc sulfate and hydrogen. Here zinc and dilute sulfuric acid are the reactant, zinc sulfate and hydrogen is the product. So first we have to write the word equation. Zinc plus sulfuric acid gives zinc sulfate plus hydrogen. Okay, so this is the word equation. Now we have to write the chemical equation. Zinc formula Zn, sulfuric acid H2SO4 gives zinc sulfate ZnSO4. Valency of zinc and valency of sulfate both are 2. Zinc valency 2, sulfate also valency 2. So the formula we write as ZnSO4, zinc sulfate plus hydrogen. Here one zinc atom, here also one zinc, here 2 hydrogen, here also 2 hydrogen, here one sulfur, 4 oxygen on reactant and 4 oxygen on product. So this equation is already balanced one. Here also we have to write the physical state. Zinc is metallic in nature, so it is solid. Sulfuric acid is aqueous, as dilute acids are always aqueous. Zinc sulfate salt, it is also aqueous, salt solution. In this reaction it will be formed as solution, so aqueous. Hydrogen gas. So this is the balanced chemical equation including the physical state. I hope now you are clear with writing word equation, writing skeletal equation and balancing equation, also writing the physical state. We shall continue this topic in next video also. Thank you.